Welcome back, folks. This is Phil 2 Real. You're watching part 3 of Sonic CD Let's Play, and we're playing the most stupid level in Sonic CD. Oh goodness. Okay, so Wacky Workbench. The gimmick here is that the floor is a gigantic spring of sorts. It will launch you really high into the level, and you don't want to go all the way high up in the level because there'll be badniks, there'll be electric traps, which you'll see here in a minute. And then you have to safely navigate the level with these little platforms here. And there'll be like a small instance where the floor will turn off, but it's not for very long, only enough to let you get your bearings so that you can safely jump to one of these platforms I'm on. And then for the sake of the rest of this part, at least I think for the rest of this, well, yeah, for the rest of this part, I don't know about the last part, but I'm going to go ahead and show where the Roboticizers are in addition to the Metal Sonic holographic projectors, because, you know, we're already this far, I've already gotten all the Roboticizers. I might as well show where they all are. What I'm doing right here, I'm showing a little bit of a hidden secret in Wacky Workbench. And there's a statue of an angel goddess that's right here, and she will throw out a lot of rings. And it's only you're only able to go here in the past. And if you try to go here, like in the, I believe the future, it will be replaced. I think it's just the bad future of Wacky Workbench, where there will be a statue of Robotnik that you can destroy, and it'll drop bombs all in this room. But in this era, it's just going to give you a whole bunch of rings. So that's pretty cool. But now let's go ahead and get to all the destructibles, which are the projector and the roboticizer, where it's located. And the roboticizer in Wacky Workbench 1 is very, very, very well hidden. And let's see how long we keep that 103 rings. My estimation is not very, very long. So we're going to want to go through that hole right here in the bottom. And then we're going to try to make our way across very safely. And it's not going to happen. I already see it. I knew it. I hate Wacky Workbench so freaking much. Oh. Anyways, Wacky Workbench. The past is a construction yard, as you can see. And then the present timeline. They're doing a lot of electrical work in the inside of the building that got constructed. And in the future, depending on what era in the future you get. If it's a bad future, it's a... There's Metal Sonic. It's either a decrepit, rust-in warehouse, or it's a playhouse. Like, it looks like a fun house of sorts. It's all pink and like pastel-y colors and stuff like that. Pretty stark contrast there. But we're gonna go this way, and it's going to look like I'm going to let Sonic get killed. I know I have done this earlier, but these little pistons, you stay where they are for some reason. They don't kill Sonic, they allow you to travel. But there is another good feature that we created in Wacky Workbench number 1. And that right there, this is the last level where the desync happens. So when we get to Wacky Workbench number 2, Act 2, it'll be back to the normal file that we were playing up to Quartz Quadrant 1. So with that, we're done with Wacky Workbench number 1, and we gotta go to Wacky Workbench level, or Act 2. See, this zone makes me go stupid. The only saving grace in Wacky Workbench is the music. I really do like this track as well. This is the Japanese version of Wacky Workbench. It's probably my favorite of the two. The US and Japanese soundtracks for the present, anyways. Future is a bit of a toss-up, depends on my mood. But anyways, we're gonna go this way because this will allow us to go to where the roboticizer is. But since we're in the present, we need to go to the past. And the way I like to go to the past, I like to go back into the area I went. And as you see, I'm having a little bit difficult going down here. So it's a bit of a hidden path. I kind of skipped over it, but this is the way you need to go in order to go through that hidden path to get to a roboticizer. Now, in theory, if you time your speed very carefully, actually you just hit the spring here and you should be good. But I want to go ahead and spin dash through here, jump, and then stay in the air a little bit longer, and that will allow me to go into the pass relatively quickly. And if you're in the pass, well, you can just use the floor to high jump all the way up there to the top left and destroy the roboticizer, but we already got all the time stones, so that's unnecessary. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go find Metal Sonic and destroy that projector so we can free the penguins in this level. Why penguins, I don't know, but yeah, I almost messed that up right there. We almost went to the future by accident. We want to go to the right. The Metal Sonic projector is in the next big wide open area, so it's okay where we're going. I shouldn't have gone this way because I stubbed my toe in that spike chain right there. So continue going. We're gonna go out to the top right, not the bottom left. So jump out right here. And right here, this is the big giant wide open area, and Metal Sonic's projector is right below right here. So we just need to find a way to land down there without having all that speed and momentum throw us into the floor, and of course not getting electrocuted by the grid. So right here, we're good. So destroy it. We free up all the penguins. And again, why penguins, I don't know. It doesn't look like we're in a cold spot because, yeah. So anyways, we're gonna continue on. Now we can just beat the level. We don't have to worry about anything. We already showed where Roboticizer is, and we're gonna go ahead and take out. Well, we already took out Metal Sonic's generator. I mentioned Metal Sonic's generator. Oh my goodness, this level. We destroyed Metal Sonic's holographic projector, so we're already done with that. And right here we go to the right, and we're done. So that's awesome. That's great. We're done with this level. And so now we're going to take on the big bad Dr. Robotnik in Act 3. Since we got 2 good futures, we're going to go ahead and get the good future in Wacky Workbench, which is a fun house. And the good future of Wacky Workbench in the Japanese soundtrack, pretty awesome, pretty amazing. I love it. So you see here, it's a little bit of a fun house. So if you get the bad future, it's literally rusted and falling apart. It's like that rusty brown red color. It's pretty ugly to look at. So this is a very nice, awesome change of pace. And then the penguins are out and about, flying around the fun house. I don't know, maybe it's refrigerated. It's super cold in here. But go ahead, and we're gonna go all the way to the right. Jump through here, and we're gonna have our fight with Robotnik, which is he's just in a giant rocket, and so he's going to smash to the ceiling. He's going to drop 4 platforms, so go all the way to the right. The way I like to do, I like to stand in the rightmost and then jump to the next one once we get to a little bit height, and then jump up here. And you're going to repeat the pattern. You're going to hit him again, he'll launch up, but you can't stand on one of them and jump up to the next level because Sonic's weight will force the platform down just enough to where you can't make the jump. So you have to jump to the next one, and there's an electric current down at the bottom, so you can't stay on that ground for very long because you'll get electrocuted. On the 3rd level, he'll lose his spikes, and then at this time you can stand on the far left one, and then when you see Robotnik, just jump into him, take him out, and then he'll fall down and be in a panic. He'll start doing his egg beater dance right here. Egg beater dance. Where did I get this from? But then he's going to outrun Sonic because Robotnik is the fastest thing alive, not Sonic. So with that, we're done with my least favorite level, and now we're going to get thrown into my favorite level. Well, my favorite level for music, which is Stardust Speedway. And Stardust Speedway for the Japanese one, Japanese track, it's good, but I'm more partial to the US soundtrack. The Japanese soundtrack is a little bit more peaceful, I find, compared to the energetic US track. But I want to do something very risky here. I normally don't do this when I do the past travel, but I jump over the future signpost. Not to mention that the boss fight in this, it makes my palms sweat. Just watch it on the replay. Anywho, this level right here, I'm going to admit, gave me a bit of a trouble to get the Metal Sonic projector. So I had to do a little bit of a jump cut, but I jump cut it in the same spot. That way, you don't have to watch me fail at life at this. So the Roboticizer is actually right here. It's already destroyed. So if you haven't gotten all the time stones yet, you can get that right there. So we're gonna go all the way to the right, and what I'm thinking is I need to get up to the mid tier, which is right here. I'm right here. So jump across again. We'll get some invincibility. And what I'm looking for is this area to the right. It's actually to my right. I'm thinking I went a little bit far to, went a little bit too far, then you go left. But it's actually where I want to go is to the right. But I'm gonna keep making a mistake, but we're gonna go this way. And I'm gonna realize, oh yeah, that's the way I'm supposed to go. So I need to go back there. Well, actually, no, I haven't made that realization yet. So There's a area right here that I'm going to try to jump to get up, because the Metal Sonic projector is actually above on the next tier up on the left. But of course, I can't make that right quick. And then I don't have the ability to go up to the higher level. So I'm going to go ahead and go back here and use the springs to go up higher. We're going to go and hit that red spring, then bounce and get that yellow spring. But I got to go back up there because I goofed that part. So as you can see there, it took me quite a bit of time to realize where I'm supposed to go. So jump on these springs very carefully and make yourself get to the higher tier. And we want to go right here, take out the Sonic Projector, Metal Sonic Projector. Now we can finish the level proper. So not my best run of Stardust Speedway, but I don't normally go after the Projectors or the Roboticizers in Stardust Speedway, because normally I have the time stones and I don't have to worry about that stuff. But with that, we free all the Tweety birds and the blue birds, and we are done with Stardust Speedway Act 1. Not the most graceful level, I know, so if that annoys you, well, I apologize for my failures. Okay, let's go ahead and get to Act 2, which has the US soundtrack. And this right here makes me smile. It's not as good as Sonic Mania's version, but it's pretty darn good. So it's really easy going to the past and Stardust Speedway. There's the signpost, and then we're going to hit the signpost and go straight down. Just hold down and don't touch the D-pad. Just let Sonic get speed right here, and we will go into the past. Unfortunately, we don't get to listen to that awesome Stardust Speedway track, so we're going to go ahead and listen to the past soundtrack. So right here, I'm going to mess up pretty royally. I'm going to lose my shield and my rings, but that is where the Roboticizer is. It's at the very, very beginning of the level, so you don't have to worry about going too far in the level to get it. So you just want to time your jumps really well when that spike ball goes in. You don't want to wait too long and then get hit by it. But that's the Roboticizer. Metal Sonic's Projector is a little bit further into the level. You want to stay towards the middle section and not go towards the lower section like I was about to mess up there. So I'm going to go up here, hit the spring, go right. We want to get into that little launcher. So get a launcher, let it shoot us. So let's go there, follow this path, jump on the ledge to the right, jump over the spike ball, jump over the pit, go through here, and then jump over this hole. And we should be right here where Metal Sonic is after we jump over these platforms, or go underneath, I'm sorry. So now all we gotta do is just finish the level and enjoy the music of Stardust Speedway. So right here, you want to get that shooter to go right. So right here, if you just go straight up, it's going to always get left, go left. So we don't want that. Or you can just figure 8 dash over on the elevated surface and just jump. Or you can do what I did right here and just get Sonic to hang air a little bit to get that shooter in the position we want. Now, an interesting thing about this section right here, there is a castle that gets built right here in the good future. If you're in the bad future, it's a statue of Robotnik in all of Robotnik's glory. And talking about the past is a little bit of like a Greek ancient city looking thing. Present, it's a little bit more modern, has a highway because it's Stardust Speedway. And then in the future, it's depends on what kind of future you get. It's very pleasant to look at, or it's a dystopian future with thunderclouds in the background. Personally, I like the dystopian future, but we're going to make a good future in this. Now, Act 3 of Stardust Speedway is pretty infamous because the boss. And there's no battles with Robotic. It's actually a race, which is very appropriate for the name Stardust Speedway. So, rings are not going to be so important as your ability to maintain speed and platform. So, right here, we're going to have a race with Metal Sonic, and it's an all or nothing race. You have to beat Metal Sonic, otherwise you die. So you're going to continue to jump over obstacles like spikes, barricades, because there will be some blocks that will get in your way that you can jump, but there's also shortcuts up top if you know how to reach them, like right here. You can jump over this and then get over some platforms. And Metal Sonic will have 2 different attacks. If he's up ahead, he'll do his little boost where he dashes towards you, if he's right behind you or you're right behind him, he'll have this little electric attack that he'll slow down, he'll electrocute himself, and it'll prevent you from getting ahead of him. Right here, I'm jumping up on these blocks, so I don't have to worry about that. I can maintain my speed without having to worry about it. But when we get to this section right here, you especially want to be careful. But right here, I'm going to figure 8, and I'm going to barely beat him. Oh, jeez. And if he beats you, the shutter will close down on you, and then Robotnik will hit you with this insta-kill laser. But we rescue Amy. Hit Amy out of the hole, and then she will hug you all lovey-dovey, and that will be the end of this part. So I'll catch you next one, folks. Later, and bye.